following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Maybe we can still heal you. Why? So you could just lock me up? No. Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
In the hell do you think you are?
Okay, it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back.
For how long?
Forever. Yeah, that's
No,
how it
no,
works.
please.
Let's have it.
You don't understand. This is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it. Okay?
So Oz, let me ask you a question. It's open mic night, and I guess let me ask you first. How do you feel about, getting some of the listeners' opinions and responses live on the show? How would you feel about that?
Man, I personally, I love our listeners. I say that our listeners are the smartest listeners on any podcast around. So it's kind of like, it's cool when we actually get a chance to get their feedback, because it just, it just reinforces what you do and what you love. That's all.
No, I hear that. And V's, same question. How do you, what do you think about letting the listeners have a platform to just kind of go at us? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm perfectly good. I'm perfectly good with that. I think it brings a different element to the show and allow to get a voice.
Well, I ask all that because we actually have a listener on. So, Jason, let me welcome you to Open Mic Night, and let me ask you, what do you have to say? The platform is yours.
Oh, my. Gentlemen, it's such a pleasure to be here. In honor of the show, I'd like to call myself Macho Man Vandal Savage.
Yes.
That's awesome. Yes.
So
Macho Man Vandal Savage.
Macho Mandel Savage, yeah! Intercontinental heavyweight champion of the world.
Oh, man.
But with all that said, though, Regular Scott, I got a bone to pick with you, and I'm pretty sure you know where I'm getting ready to come.
Here we go.
Hit him.
Hold on. Do you want to do this right now? Do you want to do this at the very beginning?
I mean, look, I will gladly wait for you to set the table for fade around, for friends and family to gather. I will gladly do that. But you know what? You're right. Let's start on a positive note.
Okay.
No. But Bandle, a Macho Bandle. Let me just say this: when it's time, go all in.
Oh yeah!
When it's time, go all in. Because he knows what it is. Yeah. Oh yeah. He knows what it is.
I have an idea what it is. I don't know if I agree with it completely,
That's fine.
and I want to say I'm a little nervous because I feel like it's gonna be an even little swap, because I know V's is gonna have some input in the stuff too. But
I know that there's gonna be questions, comments.
You know what? Look, let's go ahead and get deep into that. Allow me to go ahead and set the table. This is Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC. I am your host, Regular Scott. I am here with my co-host. We got the mighty Ozzy Killmonger. He is no longer Kraven the Hunter, though.
Yes, no longer. I am just Ozzy Killmonger.
So we'll leave it at that. And then we got our other co-host.
Trying to make my way back to Wakanda, dude. That's all I'm trying to do.
And then we got other co-host V's. V's, what's going on?
What's going on, peoples?
And then we got all the way from Cali. You heard him. We got Macho Man Vandal Savage, a listener, Jason himself.
Gentlemen, it is a pleasure to be on.
And welcome, man.
Looking forward to the banter. Looking forward to having a couple of questions I have answered.
I feel like there's a good possibility of there being shots fired.
But Regular Scott, please tell our listeners how to reach us so they can definitely give some input to what's about to go down on here.
And you can find us at Need for Marvel vs. DC on Twitter. That's the number 4. You can email us at needformarvel@gmail.com. Find us on Instagram and Facebook, Need for Marvel vs. DC. You can download us at iTunes, Spreaker, Radio Public, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, Spreaker, GoDefyLife.com. Wow. I think that's it.
I think so.
All right. Hey, look. Usually, we talk a little bit. I set the table. We talk a little news. Then we get into it. But this is open mic night. And I know that Macho Man Vandal Savage, he's earned that title. He has something to say. So let's go ahead. Let's get to it. I'm ready.
Regular Scott, some weeks ago, you greeted us with, I think it was an adage. I'm not sure what it was, but it was something along the lines of, and I may be paraphrasing here, but Season 7, Episode 1 of Arrow is the greatest thing that ever happened to ever.
See, I don't know if I said that.
I'm paraphrasing.
Hey, let Vandal finish. He's paraphrasing. Okay?
Vandal, that's exactly what he said.
No, that's what it felt like to me, right?
Vandal, that's exactly what he said.
Thank you.
Thank you. So the blurred in me said, you know what? I stopped watching Arrow about season 2.5 or so. Maybe I should pick it back up. Catch up to Regular Scott. So I went on one of the most monotonous binge-watching Netflix things I've ever done in my life.
Oh, man.
And Regular Scott, Arrow sucks.
Hey, and Vandal, he getting on me because I can't watch it. I'm like, dude, I can't watch it.
Hold on, Vandal, hold on 1 second, Vandal. I still have not seen it. And Bees, please chime in too. Did you guys watch the scene with Bronze Tiger or whatever? Was that good at all? Should I waste my time with this?
The worst part is I have yet to get there because the binge had me lose friends. Family members would come over and go, seriously, still Arrow? And storm out angrily.
Hey, and by the way, hey, Regular Scott, you see you're laughing, but these are hours that Vandal cannot get back from his life.
Listen. Let me just defend myself a little bit. I know 100%. I know this for a fact. Okay, I may have no. You haven't got to that yet. You haven't got to season 7 premiere yet, so you don't know if it's that good yet. But I know for a fact I said personally that season 4 was the worst season ever. I know I said that.
Right, but I think what people are saying is that Arrows.
Which one was season 4? What was season 4?
That was with Damien Dark. With all the powers and stuff.
That was kind of rough, yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst one to me.
Yeah, a lot went on. It was I'm okay. Answer a couple of questions. Answer a couple of questions for me. How come every regular street level thug I'm not even talking the lieutenants. I'm not talking capos. I'm not talking bosses. But every street level thug can hold a candle in a fight with Oliver Queen as the Green Arrow. On Arrow.
Hey, look, they got to keep it interesting, okay? They got to give you some drama.
But how is that interesting?
That doesn't make much sense.
All right, well, look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. How give me one specific street level thug, not a major guy that was holding his own.
Any Broadway member ever.
That's a great point. Very good. I got nothing. I got nothing.
I'm not trying to stir the pot or antagonize anybody because I come in love and peace always, as I say.
And chicken grease.
Hey, Bando, can you speak on Mr. Terrific, please?
His favorite character.
Oh.
His favorite character.
He says that was the biggest air quotes he can muster. My quote unquote favorite character. I just need to understand. Basically, it's you know what? I'll break him down to a real simple science. How come suit up means you could get your full on afro cornrow in 0.5 seconds and be on the streets?
Hey, Felicity boy. Felicity got that hands. Felicity got them hands.
Let me see.
You said Felicity is braiding his hair?
Nah, Felicity, she don't know what to do with that, dude. She don't know what to do with that hair, man.
Felicity is braiding that particular...
Felicity giving him the fish bones.
Afro.
She give him the fish bones sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah. Felicity know what to do that hair, man. And look, man, this cat, he can do it in 0.5 seconds because he's like, the fourth smartest person in the DC universe, so he has figured out the technique. But how do you uncornroll your hair after the event?
In 0.5 seconds again.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
You know...
I've earned this.
We don't talk about it.
I've earned this. This has been brewing.
We don't talk about it ever.
Can I ask another question about Mr. Terrific?
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Is he gay in it, or did that just something to make us, more accepting?
Bees. If I see, I don't watch the show, so if he is gay in the TV show, it's fine. But it is a manufactured thing to make the audience like him, and also like to say you want to focus on Green Arrow, because here's the thing: in the comic book, Mr. Terrific is this cat dude. He is this top level everything. There was an old white Mr. Terrific, but the new incarnation of Mr. Terrific is like brilliant. He lost his wife and daughter or son in an accident, and then he's always about fair play, sort of driven like Bruce Wayne. How Bruce Wayne has that he's got he can remember photographic memory.
Photographic.
Yeah, photographic memory. Mr. Terrific has the same thing too that people never speak about. Him, Luthor, Bruce Wayne, those are the three humans that have those abilities that remember everything. That's why they're brilliant.
Well, they got Mr. Terrific dumb that if you watched Arrow Oz, then you will be highly disappointed in the way they portray Mr. Terrific.
But Bees, check it out. If they had Mr. Terrific, who he was supposed to be on the Arrow show, he would outclass Arrow in every way.
Oh, he doesn't.
I know.
Spoiler alert.
I get the spoiler music. Spoiler alert.
Hit him. I just hit him. Hey, that's what. Hey, I like that, man. You know what's going on too.
Mr. Terrific is quite possibly the worstest. He is a gay homosexual black dude, and I think he was designed specifically to become Felicity's gay best friend.
That I 100% agree with.
And my thing is, why couldn't they make Roy Harper gay? Why they had to make him gay?
Especially since Roy Harper is gay in real life. Like the actor.
I see. So I know what
the actor's already gay. So
why wouldn't you do that? There's no. You know what? I'm not trying to be that dude, but I'm gonna bring it up. That is the equivalent of Batman having sex with Batgirl.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's manufactured.
That is not the equivalent of Batman having sex with Barbara Gordon. We went through that extensively.
Dude, it's regular, Scott. It's manufactured. You don't need to have that. Let Mr. Terrific be who he is.
But you think you think that's worse than Batman having sex with Barbara?
Well, no, it's not worse, but it's just like why would you do that?
No, I agree.
It's a distraction.
I agree.
It's a distraction. You know?
I agree. No. I do not deny that. Go ahead, Jason.
Terrific balls.
His T-spheres?
Yeah, the T-spheres. So, in the comic book, the T-spheres, there's 3 of them, right? They are like, they compute things, they're weapons, they're force fields, there's all these sorts of things. I don't even want to know what they are on Arrow.
No, to be fair, he uses them. They're pretty accurate. The T-spheres.
Yeah,
but
they're terrific balls.
Yeah, except they keep making puns about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, it kind of like again, like. Man, it's just a big joke, dude. Again, if this cat was who he was supposed to be in the comics with his terrific balls, he would be fucking up Green Arrow every time. Yeah. Mr. Terrific and Diggle, dude.
Diggle's a big guy.
Felicity's like, oh, I have my bestie and I have my pal,
my black friend,
my black
other
pal,
black friend.
The other black friend.
I have 2 of those now.
Well, Oliver treats you like shit. Well, he'll change. He's complicated. He ain't that complicated.
Oh well, I had that brewing for a while. Oz, V's, how do y'all feel about that? That should be pretty satisfying.
Oh, it's not satisfying. There's nothing satisfying about facts. It's just like going, oh, well, 2 + 2 is 4. Is that satisfying? No, it's just like straight up. It's just facts, dude.
Well, I admit the flaws, and maybe I'm just so invested in it that I just can't stop watching at this point because I feel like it's about to end and I want to see it end.
It's going to end. Dude.
Maybe that's my subliminal thinking, but I enjoy the show. It's one of my guilty pleasures. What can I say?
It is a bad poker hand. Like we are pot invested and we can't leave.
Real Scott. So, I mean, if you can enjoy that series, I'm 130% sure you can enjoy.
Enjoy what?
Gotham.
I watched the first 2 seasons of Gotham. It gets a little bit. It started getting a little weird. I might pick it back up for this last season though, since Batman will get introduced.
See, when Batman gets introduced into Gotham, I'm in.
I think I'll start watching this season though. I can just watch like a recap video for the rest of it.
Edward Nigma was fascinating. I enjoyed Edward Nigma.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna miss out. Enigma is fascinating. I like the Penguin. I think the character that plays it's pretty dope. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I'll probably check it out, but I'll see how this season goes. I
definitely like Nigma. I'm with you, Vando. Nigma's, and then the kid that plays Cameron, the kid that plays the Joker.
Yeah,
that kid is a hell of an actor.
Hey, Regular Scott.
What's up?
Hey, Regular Scott. Let's make a mission to watch Gotham from the first season on, just so we can give some proper comments back to these and everything.
How about we split it up in half?
What do you mean, like you?
Like I'll watch season 1 and 3, you watch 2 and 4, then we both watch 5.
Well, that would be kind of like fuck up my brain cells, don't you think, dude?
Well, that's a lot of TV you want us to watch. By the time this one ends.
Hey, man, I binge watched Battlestar Galactica in 3 days.
Wow.
All 4 seasons and that half-season Razor.
This is open mic night. You never know what you might hear. Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, yes,
That's
sir.
Impressive.
Yeah, that is impressive.
Just saying. Okay, I can be in it to win it.
All right. So now that we've gotten the meat of it out the way, let's hit a couple news tidbits. Let me get back into my groove. I just got beat up. Shots fired everywhere. Like, oh my goodness, just everywhere.
Hey, stop acting like you got shook, dude. People give you insightful information about the truth.
I will say it here. Arrow is a guilty pleasure. Some of the fight scenes are good. Seasons 1 and 2 are legit good. But then after that, you could probably stop watching.
Wait, I got one question.
Ozzy, how about how much grief he gave me because I couldn't watch Arrow? Remember those couple of shows where we would talk about it and he would just be yelling at me? You know,
I'm not trying to start anything. He would beat you up over that. You know?
Hey, guys, I'm a person that's listened to all of them. He will beat you up over these things. Regular Scott owes you an apology.
Oh, hey look. He'll get that off there. He'll get that off air.
Hey, but like Regular Scott, before you get into the news, I got one for V's and I got one for Jason. Okay. Just your honest opinion for both of you guys. What do you guys think of Deathstroke's costume, his helmet and everything? You know?
V's, what you got?
I dug the helmet. I can't even lie.
Okay.
As for the rest of it, I think I maybe Arrow has made me angry at bladed weapons. So the sword. I mean, you know, he reminds me of Deathstroke from the Injustice game, so I'm not mad at it.
Exactly.
The actor's good. The actor's good.
Okay, cool. Okay.
All right, well, let's get in.
What you got?
V's.
V's is catching up on Gotham.
Oh, yeah. No, I have my mic mute. I concur with everything that was said. You know.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Great. Let's get into some news. So, I guess since I'm sad, Oz, I'm gonna have to make you sad as well.
Oh man, please don't.
The DC Universe numbers are not looking good.
Oh no.
And not like catastrophic or they're gonna cancel the universe or anything, but they're not good numbers from what the insiders are saying.
Well, dude, here's the thing. If OWN Network, Oprah Winfrey's network, has been going on for 10 plus years, DC Universe needs to give themselves some time, dude. And they need to advertise themselves.
Oh, dude, that's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem is their advertisement.
I feel like straight up, like, just because like Avengers is coming out and they got Captain Marvel and all this stuff coming out, sometimes DC, dude, we call it Warner Brothers, whatever you want to do, but sometimes DC acts like a beaten dog sometimes, and they don't know. I'm like, they should be like, yo, push. Here's X amount of millions. Push this out, and people will be so for it, dude.
They've got their flagship. They've got their flagship show.
But it's always so underground. They're about to release at the end of the month. They're going to release the Reign of Superman. They should be like throwing that up there, boom, 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 boom. It's just crazy. It's just crazy what they don't do.
And internationally, like instead of it being just released on the DC Universe, it's internationally going to be released on Netflix. Like, why would you let that be released on Netflix? That's something you would keep exclusive.
You should say, Netflix, sorry, bros, you get this in March. DC Universe keeps it for 2 months, man. It's just...
Jason, what do you think about the DC numbers not doing well, and thoughts on Titans?
Well, with regard to Titans, this is where you kind of get a big up. Dick Grayson, he does his thing. He does his thing.
I agree.
I want to fight Jason Todd a little bit.
I know, right?
But,
I know.
That means he's doing his job.
Does his thing. Yeah, that's just true. He is infuriating. As in every iteration of every way that he's ever been depicted, he's infuriating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, Titans as a show is awesome. As a flagship, that's what they should be pushing. One of the things that I loved about Tidal, for example, the Jay-Z owned music streaming network, is that when Jay-Z's album, only Tidal listeners got it.
Yep.
For 7 days.
Yep.
And then everybody else got it.
See?
If DC would push and do something along those lines, I promise you that they would start making more sense. Because people be like, yo, I seen that first. Because the people who are missing Titans they have no idea. Because they're stuck watching Arrow.
Right.
And so they don't know that there's an
Shots fired.
Or Black Lightning, dude. Or Black Lightning.
They're stuck watching Black Lightning. Stuck trying to figure out if the Legends are being serious.
Hey, look, I've never endorsed Black Lightning though. I don't want that one on my book.
No, dude. But see, it is so true, man. Just like it is, and it's simple marketing, man. Push out. You have all this stuff coming out, dude.
Exclusive content.
Yes. Come on.
Justice League versus the Fatal Five, Hush, Batman Hush, the Long Halloween 2-part animated series where Batman's gonna have sex with Robin.
Well, hey, dude, you just wait.
Or at least that's what Oz said.
Dude, I'm telling you, wait for it. And
that's fair.
Jar Jar Binks will be in a Guardian costume too, with Mira's hair. But
theme song written by R. Kelly.
Let me get that beep beep. I'm just saying, dude. But you know, man, there's so much good content in D. They could slaughter. I say it, and I'll keep saying it to all our listeners. DC may have a shit live action game sometimes, but their animated game kills every time.
It's usually pretty consistent, except for the first 35 minutes of The Killing Joke.
Man, that was just garbage. That was gross. Anyway, but it's always, they just, I don't know what they're doing, man. Hit them up on Twitter.
So
Instagram,
V's,
it's so crazy.
V's, let me ask you. I know you haven't seen Titans yet, but do you think that as far as DC's marketing, how do you think the marketing has been for the DC universe? Have you seen any advertisements for it? Has there been any intrigue from you as far as signing up for the network?
No, to be honest, I haven't heard anything other than what you guys tell me about the DC network. No,
exactly.
And that's a problem. So
we started doing this show. Yeah.
So
I actually just downloaded the app on my iPad, and I'll probably do the free trial just so I can see what Titans is about. But
yeah, but see, here's the thing, Bees. For you, you're an aware cat, and you don't even know about it. That's the point. You know, all we have to do is just. People who are on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, social media, all the TMZ fools of the world, all the whole buzz, just start throwing stuff out there, man. Titans is a good show.
Titans is a good show.
You know? And they're sleeping on it, dude.
I don't think they're sleeping on it. I don't think they know how to advertise. They've never known how to advertise their animated movies. Like, this isn't the first time they've had a really great movie or TV show not get advertised. The Justice League Frontier movies are both really good. All-Star Superman absolutely. Is a really good movie. Under the Red Hood is a really good movie. Like, and you don't know about them. Like, they're not advertised. You just happen to run across them and you're like, oh, that looks good.
I know.
That's a problem.
Yeah. DC has just yet to step into the social media. They don't have a face like the late, great Stan Lee. So it becomes a little difficult for them because no matter what, no matter who you were, every time we saw a Marvel movie, because Marvel movies run the game, they are the quintessential, this is how superhero movies should be.
Right.
And then they provide us with, let's toss Justice League under a bus for a moment. Anybody got a bus they can back up real quick? So can we talk about the Flash for just a moment?
What, his posing or his running?
It's definitely his running. I need to understand which place in the Special Olympics hurdles. Probably, I think I feel like he ran the 100 and the 200 in the Special Olympics.
Dude, let me Vandal here. This is how it goes. This dude was running at the speed of light, pigeon-toed. Now here. Once again, we can piggyback on it too. Justice League, the movie, trying to be a Marvel Avengers movie, and when they tried to be a Marvel, they knew. They saw before they released it how this dude was running, and they didn't say anything. So again,
nobody fixed it.
So again, I feel like either this is a huge money laundering scheme, or they're just trying.
You and
to
these
say,
conspiracy
"Fuck you" to
theories,
people.
man. You and these conspiracy theories.
There is no way people's I'm all about people's handlers, dude. There's no way people's handlers would say, "Yeah, the way that dude's running looks good."
Maybe Waterlord Kelly's.
Oh man, dude, that cat.
Oh, Super Soaker Kelly.
Super Soaker Kelly, dude. Straight up.
Now look,
you should.
He got away. He did get away in Bird Box on the. You know how he got away? I figured it out. He took the Guardian's motorcycle.
Dude.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. And look, when him and the girl were driving off, he looked at her and said, "You are not Waterlord Kelly. We are Waterlord Kelly."
You know, man. And they thought till they stole the car, and spoiler alert, say they stole the car and they thought they were getting away. And they thought they had a bird in the car to warn them about the evil spirits, but they had a vulture, and they started eating them in the car. They didn't realize what they had in the car, dude. Their story just ended. It's it. Done.
Hey, look, so
Mr. Terrific balls.
And then Mr. Terrific T-Spheres came and scanned the area, saw what was going on. Then he jumped in and made a pun.
Dude, but you know, back to DC Universe again, real quick. Man. It doesn't take much for the marketing people, dude, just to figure out like this a mass campaign. And I'm going to tell you, like, I will be very optimistic about Doom Patrol, but I'm going to try and be optimistic about Doom Patrol. You
gotta give Doom Patrol a fair shot, because what you've seen so far on the DC universe has passed the test. So you got to give it a shot. Far,
there's more to come. I'm just saying.
So let me ask you this: sticking in the DC world, and this is an open question. So V's, Oz, or Jason, whoever wants to jump in. Let me ask you: how do you think Batwoman will do on CW?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and jump in here, gentlemen. Ruby, as a deaf person who fought John Wick, was cool.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which means as long as the choreographers for Arrow are not doing her fight scenes, she's cool.
Right. Give her.
We loses to street level thugs. I'm out.
That you're right about. She shouldn't be losing to anyone.
Can I ask you a question? Hold on, you just said something that kind of piqued my interest. You said as long as what about Arrow's fight scenes?
As long as the fight choreographers from Arrow's fight scenes
don't touch that show.
Yeah, they should. They should be completely different.
So you're saying you don't think that is good, right? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. Basically, it's a lot like that.
Okay. I was just, prior shows, I was just wondering. Yeah. Okay. We can move on.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm here specifically to represent the people and to represent V's and Ozzy Killmonger with regard to Arrow.
Yes.
This is why we brought him on. I knew what was coming.
Oh, hey, Bees, you should start speaking up, because I know what you're alluding to. You're alluding to the regular Scott, the poetry that came out of his mouth saying the best fight scene, or not the best fights are in Green Arrow. They're good. They're classics. Uh-huh.
I said that about the jail fight,
They're
though.
one cut. The beatings I took on this show behind one cut this and one cut that, and these fight scenes were amazing. I'm glad a listener, someone actually agrees with me.
He does agree with you.
No,
They weren't that
I
good.
watched the show. I watched the show without the rose-colored glasses that regular Scott keeps. See, what happened was when he was doing in season one of Arrow, when Stephen and Mel did the cool pull-up thing that all of us wish we could do for real, we was all like, yeah, a bruh is a badass. And then.
It was all good, and then.
I'm talking about, I have never seen him just outright walk in the room, win the fight, and walk out unscathed. This is not a problem Batman has.
Dude, we'll see. And then, so if all these normal cats are beating you up and taking you out, eventually they will beat you up and take you out.
Regular dudes. I also have a fundamental issue with 19 people in the room, 17 of you have guns, no shots fired.
None.
I have a fundamental issue with this.
Well, that's because they got firecrackers
3
going
shots
off. They got the firecrackers going off in the back.
Hey, so
I have a fundamental issue with these things.
you do understand that in pretty much every incarnation of Green Arrow from the comics, from like Injustice to like the Nail to Elseworlds the comics, Superman always fucks up Green Arrow in some bad way. Either breaks his neck, kills him, or
rips his arm off.
Rips his arm. One time he beat that cat up so bad, dude. He just left him like toothless and almost comatose, man.
Hey, look, but when you do that in the comics, though, you get an angry Black Canary coming at you, and she could be a problem.
Right, but guess what? There was one where Amazo, that super android, beat the hell out of Green Lantern. Beat Green Arrow, made him retired, left him in a wheelchair, and left him with one tooth.
Is that the storyline where Kevin Smith writes him when he comes back?
No, this is a Elseworld one that had and then after that, after Green Arrow got beaten up so bad, he's a billionaire. He's walking around with rolling around with his one tooth, going, all metahumans should be powered and they should not exist. He hates on them after he gets tore up.
It sounds like a Dick Grayson storyline. I mean, it kind of sounds like how New World Order goes a little bit.
Yeah, well, just a thought.
Well,
the idea of Green Arrow is perfect. I love him. I love him as being the human, the moral voice, the random quipper on a good cartoon or two. He'll give you a good line or two. He'll make you laugh. But when it's time for fight, he needs to let the grown-ups come out.
Justice League Unlimited, Justice League the animated, Green Arrow's awesome in it.
Yeah, he holds his own
She's
pretty
hilarious.
well. He holds his own
He's
well.
one of the funniest creatures.
And I'll say, go ahead.
In Injustice, the video games, Green Arrow is fun to fight with.
He's probably actually now that you said that's one of my favorite games. He's probably my second favorite character to play with.
Yeah, he's into I like Superman too, but dude, and also, but also with Green Arrow too, there's Justice League, there's Injustice that he's good in. DC Showcase, man, he's awesome in that.
He's good in the Dark Knight Rises too. I mean, Dark Knight Returns.
Oh, absolutely too. But I urge everyone to go find DC Showcase and watch that one. It's him versus Merlin in a DC in an airport, and it's awesome. It's cool.
You heard that you heard that from the comic connoisseur himself.
Fair enough.
So let's talk about somebody who I've said in the past is overpowered, and I'd like to get y'all's opinion about it since this is open mic night. Apparently,
Is this
Captain.
a Grayson sighting?
Huh?
Is this a Dick Grayson sighting?
No, not Dick Grayson. But it's a Captain Marvel sighting, and apparently she's going to be able to time travel in the movie.
What?
So am I the only one that thinks she's overpowered?
I mean, I think in the movie she's got to be able to time travel, doesn't she? Because she has to go back and change the outcome.
Well, all of them are going to time travel, but I figured they just all use the quantum realm like regular, like a team. But no, she can just time travel on her own.
Dude, I gotta watch this Captain Marvel movie, dude, because I'm confused. I'm so confused by her.
She's probably going to take out an entire army by herself.
Hey, I have an actual question.
What's up?
Where's Adam Warlock?
It's still in his cocoon in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Thanos has destroyed the universe 3 times, if I'm thinking about this right, in the comics. And wasn't Adam Warlock the dude, always just there?
So back in the 80s, he was the gatekeeper, dude. He was the gatekeeper between Thanos. Adam Warlock and Drax, the Destroyer, were the gatekeeper.
He came up with the plan, right? To take the gauntlet with Silver Surfer?
What's that?
Wasn't Adam Warlock the one who told Silver Surfer when to go and try to grab the gauntlet and he missed? Was that Adam Warlock?
In the movie?
No, in the comic book, Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, I gotta read. Man, it's been a while. I gotta reread the storyline. I do remember that it was this.
Because that was right after Captain America did his famous, he walked up to Thanos and just like a G.
Yeah.
And he's he's just a thug, man. Anyway.
Yeah, quick shout out to Captain America for being a gangster.
No doubt.
Dude, at the end of the day, I wonder what people would say, who's got the more dominant willpower, Batman or Captain America?
Oh. You might not get a winner.
Yeah,
you might not get a winner.
I have to agree with you guys. On that one, I have to agree with you guys when you went with the battleground conversation. If Batman and Captain America fought each other, they would fight to a standstill until Batman does the math like, dude, you won't get tired, huh?
Hey, we actually have a battleground.
Yeah.
We got a battleground for this week, actually, fellas. I can bring.
Like I've heard it.
So
I actually do listen to you guys. Whether or not you believe me is completely up to you. But it's you make me laugh with a bunch of things. As a matter of fact, a lot of my open mic questions had to do with a lot of your past episodes.
That's awesome.
But Captain America, willpower, his leadership, his skill, he's one of the quintessential, this is what you want out of your leader type dudes.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Now, Batman, at the same time, is one of the quintessential, this is who you need to be the general of your battle type dudes.
Captain America will inspire you to give their all. Batman will make sure that you win the battle.
So let me come at it. Let me come at it like this. Let me ask you this: because they're both those are both great points. So let me ask something that they're both great at, and that kind of it really would be the test of them. Who's the better tactician in the battlefield? Who can make the better plan?
The Batman.
Okay, so here, you know what? I'm gonna break this down.
Batman. I said Batman, no question.
I like that, Vandal. I like that. And I'm gonna break this down to our listeners, and please chime in, everybody. Send your quotes, send your hate.
I picked Dick Grayson.
Man, Dick Grayson, dude, you always go for the biggest dick, dude. Jesus, man, dude, here's my thing. It is Batman. It is Batman, hands down. And I'm gonna tell you guys why it's Batman. So you remember that storyline, Old Man Logan, where the Red Skull teams up with all the supervillains and they beat the shit out of the Marvel superheroes? Mm-hmm. I will promise you that would never ever happen in DC universe because of Batman.
Yep. Superman legit lost his mind in Injustice, the whole series. Legit lost his mind, and the only resist was the Batman.
That was it. That was it. Everybody else was freaking out. It was like, yo, Superman is freaking out. This alien is freaking out. Let's obey him. Batman was like, no, let's resist him.
Yeah. Like, Superman came in with the ultimate get down or lay down. And Batman was like, yeah, nah.
But you know what? Superman knew that was coming. Like, he knew Batman wasn't going to lay down. It wasn't a serious question, I don't think. Couldn't have been.
No, yeah, because
but it was a serious question to the rest of the universe.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
The rest of the universe made a decision, and Superman immediately looked over at him like, damn it, I'm going to have to deal with Bruce Wayne.
Yup. Yup.
Dude, and that's literally that Oa, like all the Green Lanterns, that's literally everyone, the gods, everyone. And, you know, just people, I think some people are infatuated with Captain America because of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? Captain America is amazing, super soldier serum, super strong, super fast, super healing ability, super heart, another one of his abilities, by the way, is any weapon he touches, he automatically is a master of it. But again, Batman is the tactician, dude. Batman is the cat, man.
I'm about to give perspective he wasn't even fully prepared for. Check this one out. I'm going to take you back historically, in real life, to the Khans, as in Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan had a general. The general's name was Subutai. Subutai at one point took 20,000 mounted riders, and they just basically decided they wanted to go on a, quote, scouting mission to Europe. They ran through every army they met in days. And this was at the time of the full knights, the phalanx, all of the et ceteras. This is actual history. This really happened. The only reason why they stopped from going from the Pacific to the Atlantic with 20,000 men is because Genghis Khan died. So here's what it is. Subutai, that's your Captain America. Genghis, in the, you go. There's your Batman.
What do you think about that, Oz? How about that for a comic connoisseur?
No. I listen. I will say it to you again. Go ahead, Bees. What you got?
I was just gonna say real quick. That was so deep that it's probably went over so many people's head.
No, dude.
No, I don't think so. I think he explained it well.
Yeah, no, because I'm gonna say it to you, dude. That is Vandal. That was perfect because that man right there summarizes everything. Because like Captain America, at the end of the day, and I used to hate to say it too, he needs a Tony Stark or someone to tell kind of what to do.
Yeah,
you know,
you
and he's
to
lost
go that way,
and he's lost.
You need to take these dudes and go that way.
And as soon as he knows from the government, from to Tony Stark, from the government, as soon as he knows what the orders are, he's gonna fucking do those orders, and you better get the fuck out of his way. But with the Batman,
get down or lay down.
But with the Batman is just like he has the broad stroke. He sees the bigger picture of everything.
Well, that's why his name is Vandal Savage. So he knows what he's talking about, just like Vandal Savage.
Like again, Vandal Savage lived through many a lifetime.
He saw games probably
many an empire rise and fall.
There you go.
Many an empire, as it were. But the Khans in particular.
Yeah.
So the reason why I use them as an example is because Subutai is one of the greatest in military history, without question. He is one of the people that you want to send Yeah, go find out what's over there. Take them.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, while he's ransacking Eastern Europe, Genghis Khan still took over all of Asia.
Yeah. You might as well call Genghis Batman and Supercon. The Supercon is like either Nightwing.
He's Captain America.
Yeah. Dude, I'm just, yeah. Yes.
In that case, he would be Captain Khan. Let me put it to you like this, and I'm going to give you numbers that are actual legit. Genghis Khan himself conquered so much of the known world at the time, he literally changed the carbon footprint of Earth right then by killing 10% of the humans on Earth. That's what the Khans did. 1 out of every 9 people to this day has Chinese blood in them, has Mongoloid blood in them.
He was a Mongoloid.
Congolese Batwing.
Feel free. You can feel free to Congolese Batwing that.
Yep.
23andMe it.
Name the 8 people from Lord of the Rings.
Every 9 people, because that's how much seed he planted.
Yeah.
Hey, you just got a history lesson right there. You just got a history lesson. So, let me ask you this about your history. Let's take it back to Middle Earth. Do you know who Frodo took the ring with?
Bruh, it was okay. So,
oh Frodo, Lord, dude. Oh God,
man, guys. There's a point in there's a trivia battleground. It happened. Regular Scott knows what he did.
Oh God, dude, it was just disgusting.
He knows what he did. I don't even want the spoiler music. He knows what he did.
We ain't getting no spoilers yet. We are good.
Hey, you know what? We were having a good time. Today. It
was cool until then, wasn't it?
No, it was fun. There was history lessons involved, and then it just got disgusting.
Until then.
Yeah, you don't
even understand. Regular Scott knows what he did, though.
Look.
Regular Scott has a table in front of him right now.
You already know
that I need flipped.
Hey,
just waiting on the word.
I'm going to say this, and I know we're not allowed to release too much information until it's out there on Go Defy Life. I'm going to say this: when you have a contest, and there's a trivia contest, and there's a topic about comics or maybe movies, and one of the questions is, give me the elemental sign of what rain is on the moon of Mars.
Name the pieces of Batman's suit.
Right, exactly.
And how many are there?
Everything in the Bat utility belt at any given point.
Right.
But only on days that are above 60 degrees.
Oh my God! Like,
how many hair follicles does Lucius Fox have in his beard?
But look, did you learn something?
Dude, I learned that you are biased with your questions, man. That's what I learned, man. I learned you have some, you and this Dick, you have some issues with trivia, you have issues with Dick Grayson, you have issues with Green Arrow. This is what I've learned, okay?
Well, this is an intervention, so.
This is an intervention.
This is an intervention, so.
We're going to make sure you know that Arrow, not so much.
Not so much.
Not so much.
Jason, hey, look.
If it wasn't for the DC Universe's under advertised spectacular Titan show, if it wasn't for that, Dick Grayson, he gets a pass because of Titans.
Hey, Vandal.
I want to say this. Bees, I look so forward to when you watch Titans because I want to get your opinion on this. This man.
I 100% agree.
Every single time Nightwing is in anything, this dude is getting his ass whipped. Dude.
Yep. He's very Green Arrow-ish in that sense.
All I know is when there was, what was it, Batman and Robin or Batman the Night of the Owl, the owls, the court of the owls, put spikes through his legs and through his arms, and were dragging him back. Batman had to save him.
Also, yeah. I also want to throw something out that doesn't make any sense whatsoever unless you actually have been paying attention. But I'm fairly certain, this is going to be controversial. I need you to know this.
Here we go.
But I'm fairly certain that Bruce Wayne might be a child predator.
You
look at the brokenness of all of the Robins.
We were talking
of the Robins.
See?
Like him and R. Kelly, I promise you, every Batman song going forward should be written by R. Kelly.
Hey, you heard me say that correlation when I was watching that show, and we brought that up. I'm like, yo, it's too much alike.
Well, I do. I just.
Hey, Oz. Before you continue, V's. Just so you know what we're talking about. In spoiler alert. In Batman: The Killing Joke animated movie, Batman has sex with Barbara Gordon, and me and Oz went through a laundry list of scenarios and how that causes a lot of problems and implicates a lot of people.
And Bees, by the way, in The Killing Joke, the comic, the original, he does not have any sex with Barbara Gordon
or any of the kids.
There's no reason for him to.
So it just kind of makes us.
Kim Gordon's only daughter.
His only begotten daughter. I feel like we got to throw begotten in there.
And Dick Grayson's main love interest, and he knows this. And Dick Grayson's like his son. So just let that sink in. He's with his son's girlfriend.
That's some real original statement type stuff there.
So I thought I didn't want to rehash this again, but since we did for a hot second, I won't say anything else about it for a hot second. Here's the other thing I thought about it. Man, this dude has sex with Barbara Gordon on the rooftop, right? Mm-hmm. That's fun. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. Everybody can be okay with it. Talia is going to go crazy through Gotham and kill everyone. She'll kill Barbara. She'll kill Jim. Dude,
she might not kill Barbara. She might torture her.
No, but she'll torture.
She's definitely taking her back to Daddy. Like, to her, she's taking Barbara back to Ray.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Dude,
I agree with
by him doing that, he would have set a chain of events that would have destroyed Gotham.
It would have been cool.
Dumb.
Surviving Bruce Wayne.
Dude, surviving Bruce.
Oh,
surviving Bruce. Everything. Hey, look, dude. I think it's time for Dick Grayson to go ahead and take the title of Batman for a little bit.
He did it already,
and he should have kept it.
Yeah, he has.
He should have kept it. He does good as Batman. He's a good Batman.
The one smart thing that here's another little bit of spoiler alert. If you guys haven't, you all should watch Young Justice Outsiders. The one smart thing that I'll try and make it very vague. Spoiler alert. That one person said to a Batman was, "I don't want to be part of your Batman Incorporated." Dude, that's what it's supposed to be. When Bruce Wayne did that whole series, when they had that whole run in of Batman Incorporated, that's what he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be chilling in his Batcave, in his Batmanor, and Wayne Manor, overseeing Bloodhaven, Gotham, having all his little networks all around the world.
Congolese Batwing.
Condoleezza Rice Batwing.
Oh, yeah.
But
Condoleezza Rice.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he was supposed to do. Damian and Dick were supposed to be the new Batman and Robin. That was the way it was supposed to fly. It's silly, dude. It's silly.
Well, it's like you say. They don't know what to do with Dick Grayson. They just got to keep throwing things at the wall because apparently they think he's just this Teflon character, but eventually people are just going to be like, all right, he's doing this again. All right, he's doing this again. Like, they need to just figure out what they want to do with him and just give him. I think it's time for him to be in Justice League. Like, I think that's the next step, like, to really be a part of Justice League.
There's no reason for him not to be in it, dude.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
it's
want
time
him to break and become a villain. I do. I want him to break. I want all of this to have actually scarred him well enough that he just breaks and becomes a legit villain.
Well, he should be. He's fractured right now, dude. His mind is crazy. Dick Grayson, secret agent.
Hey, so
hear me?
Oz, let me ask you a question. Do you think Dick Grayson as a villain? Do you think he's somebody that could, if he were to become a villain, do you think he could become on that level of like a Joker, Two-Face, one of those legendary type villains against Batman?
Well, hey, let me tell you this.
Be the Joker.
No, yeah, the Joker, even the Joker is not the Joker because the Joker is three different people, by the way. So here's the thing: he doesn't have to be on that par, but he could break away and just, I feel like if he were to break away, he would give Batman a challenge, dude, a legitimate challenge. He knows all the secrets. What they should have did, if they really wanted to fuck people's brains up, when they did that whole Batman Hush, they should have had Dick Grayson be Hush.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah. It would have flipped the DC universe and just knocked people on their ass.
That might have stuck. That might have stuck.
Would have been most amazing, because the only other thing that Dick Grayson could do as a villain, the more I think about it all the way through, all right, let me just phrase it like this. Could you imagine a team up between Lex Luthor and angry villain Dick Grayson, and whatever the Joker feels like he's going to do, he's just involved somehow?
You wouldn't even need the Joker. He's too much of a loose cannon at that point.
That's why I said he's just involved somehow doing jokery things.
Well, hey, I'm gonna Vandal, I'm gonna tell you like this. No, I do not want to imagine that, because Batman and Superman, their asses are toast.
That's a problem. Like, that becomes a legitimate problem. That is as bad as Professor X becoming Onslaught. That's a problem.
Dude, all secrets that are exposed. Catwoman, Selena, is held hostage somewhere and being tortured, dude. Lois.
No. You really want Dick Grayson to take that villainous turn? He's taking Alfred.
Oh, dude. Listen.
That's the first one he's taking.
Selena, Alfred, Lois,
Lucius.
Gone. Dude.
Anyone close to the family is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Batman
Damien, Talia,
Condoleezza Rice. Like, that's who he's gonna be stuck with.
David Zimbabwe. Shout out David Zimbabwe.
Shout out the Batwing, man.
This guy, man.
Yeah, but no, dude. In my world, Dick Grayson just should have been Hush, man. Because here's what I'm scared of. And we can move on and get into Young Justice. But this is my fear for your beloved Dick Grayson, there, young Scott.
That's my guy.
Young regular Scott. Here's my fear. And mark my words, they're still not going to know what to do with Dick Grayson, and they're going to throw his ass in either the past or in the future. That's his next move. Watch and see.
In the comics, or like a.
In the comic, they'll do
it.
They don't know what to do. Trust me. I mark my words. They will throw his ass in the past or in the future for they'll do a run of that shit.
Well, I mean, look, I won't put anything past them since they have a Rick Grayson. Luckily, they got rid of him, but they just brought him back too.
Yeah,
Rick Grayson.
God damn it! I hated him.
Like, what are we doing with this Rick Grayson character? Like, why can't we leave Dick alone? No homo.
I got 2 words for you, regular Scott.
I'm all
Phantom Zone. Only answer.
Dude,
come on, man.
Dick Grayson.
That's the only thing they can
come
do
on, man.
Dick goes mad.
Okay, so
if Dick goes mad, you got to think about it all the way through, brother. If he goes mad, then everybody has a problem.
What are you going to do? Put him in Arkham Asylum? You can't do that.
Oh, for what? So that him and the Joker become friends?
Dude, I will promise you if that storyline ever happens, They will throw his ass in the Phantom Zone. He's going to be chilling with Moon L.
Phantom.
There's one thing that I think Dick Grayson does better than Bruce, and I think it's rally and lead and like really uplift the team and bring them together. I think he can do that.
Dude,
Agreed.
No.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
No, I agree. Wait, are we talking comic? Well, actually, sorry. My hatred of Dick Grayson. I need to chill for a second and regroup.
He's a really good leader.
Right.
Look. In Judas' contract, Teen Titans Judas contract, Dick Grayson, he is, man, Nightwing is awesome. He's cool. He's great in that, dude.
He's good in the Titans run, like the newer one too.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like the comic, I mean.
Well, but again, all that shit comes from Bruce.
I don't doubt that, but I think he's better at talking to people.
Because he's more human, dude.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah. No, I agree with that, but that's what I mean, though. I think that plays a part.
I'm telling you, because of the photographic memory, Bruce Wayne is basically a fucking robot.
Yeah, he's a computer.
Yep.
Doesn't he like only need like 2 hours of sleep?
He does a thing called micro sleep.
And that is explain.
Which is hilarious.
Oh, sorry. He micro sleeping for him is he'll sleep in like 2-hour regiments, and I think there was like maybe not canon, but I think that he did one thing where he stayed up for 84 hours. So yeah, look, man, that cat's a beast, dude.
Hey, V's.
Yeah, like I'm not
V's.
Yes, sir.
Just what do you think about all that? Like, what do you think about Batman being a predator?
From all the backstories from doing all these shows with you guys, it sounds about right, because every Robin y'all talk about has some kind of issue.
Yeah, he's got some fucked up thing about it. I know. I just don't like saying it, dude. I just don't like saying it. I know, but it's true. It's true.
So I guess
Bruce is Mr. Biggs. How you doing, Mr. Biggs?
Oh, come on, man.
I was just thinking it was more so that remix to Ignition.
Dude, can I get that toot toot? Hey, Batman, can you get that ride in the Batmobile? Nah, come on, man. I know. It's
trapped in
sad.
It's trapped in the Batcave instead of trapped in the closet. Trapped in the cave.
Yeah,
now he's like, well. What the f*** is this?
Oh, man. All right. Hey, look, so speaking of Batman, they're saying that the Shazam movie is from early reviews, non-spoiler reviews, but early reviews have said that it's the best DC movie since The Dark Knight.
Oh, stop.
You know what? The honest answer is I don't doubt that.
Wow.
I don't doubt that. And here's why.
Hey, Jason, before you continue, what'd you think about Aquaman?
What did I think of home?
Aquaman.
Home? All right. So I'm going to be honest. I've been working a bunch and I haven't been to the movies. So
Okay,
touche.
Okay.
Now, in my defense, I'm presently wearing Aquaman socks.
That counts.
But I don't think that has anything to do with the price of tea in China. So, the reason why I think that the Shazam movie is probably going to be the best DC movie is because it's the one character that only real comic heads know for real. Can kind of do what they want and kind of Hollywood it enough and kind of tweak a couple of things so that people will relate. On top of that, there's a kid involved.
They can pretty much make another Superman.
They can do what they want, man.
They can turn him into the Superman they want. They can't be and make him a jokey Superman.
Yeah, but man,
they can do that if they want to, or they can use the Spider-Man blueprint and actually make a teenager or a kid that somebody that we relate to, that we all connect with.
Well, you see that in the trailer. He's like, the kid who doesn't fit in literally because he's in an orphanage. He helps his fellow kids out. You know, he's a loner, but he still has a heart of gold.
Exactly. They can make us love him.
They could, and the whole deal with Billy Batson is that Shazam chose him because of his pure heart and stuff. But then he got super freaky because he was able to split off his powers between his sister and his half brother and all these other people too. You know, Mary Marvel, Lieutenant Marvel, all this crazy shit, dude.
Yeah, but that's kind of like the Speed Force in that case. I think
which is totally like Speed Force, dude.
Yeah, I think they just need better ideas. Like at this point, that's where they're at. The Shazam movie is going to be a good movie, mostly because when we're dealing with the Holy Trinity of DC in Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, they have done what they can with them for right now. Like we need a whole new, not Ben Affleck Bruce. We need a whole new, not Henry Cavill Superman.
I don't know about that. I like Henry.
That's fine. Gal Gadot can stay. She's gorgeous. She can do whatever she wants. I'm fine with it.
We'll see. And I have not seen who the villain's going to be in this movie, so we don't know.
It's going to be the 7 deadly sins of man.
If it's not Black Adam, I already have a problem with this.
It's the 7 deadly sins of man.
What does that mean?
I guess it's some like magical creatures.
Well, so then this is a legit origin story where I bet you that with each creature he beats, he learns a different ability and power. I bet.
Because I think there was a leaked image of like this monster grabbing him from like a convenience store. It looked like some type of magical being.
Oh Lord!
Was it like a blob?
Yeah, it was like a blob.
So he's Sloth. God, oh my God.
Yeah, it was like a blob.
Does anybody know where the 7 deadly sins come from?
No, speak on it.
Yeah, it's all yours.
All right. Here we go again. We're back at history. Dante, great Italian poet, wrote the Divine Comedy. Inferno, La Purgatorio, and Paradiso. The 7 deadly sins come from Divine Comedy Inferno, where our hero, Virgil, has to go through the underworld to go find his lost love. And in doing so, he walks through what they call the circles of hell to get there. But each circle represented one different
level of hell. Yeah.
And each level, the farther you got down, the more horrible the sin. And those were where the 7 deadly sins come from. They're in a Bible anywhere. They're written in a Divine Comedy.
Hey, no, look, Vandal, is that similar to like the 9 gates of hell? Is that a totally different thing too?
The 9 gates come from somewhere else. I don't remember where they come from exactly.
Yeah.
But the 7 deadly sins come from that comedy, which is really just a long Odyssey-like poem that I had to write a freaking book report on in high school.
Well, there you go. You just learned something else. Knowledge from Vandal Savage.
Slothful.
So last week we had our first Battleground, and this week we're going to have our second one. The choices for DC were the Joker, Lex Luthor, Black Manta, and Deathstroke. For Marvel, they were Red Skull, Bullseye, Kingpin, and Kraven the Hunter. For Marvel, the winner was...
Oh, God.
Bullseye.
What? Let's do it. Okay.
And for DC, the Joker.
Once again, this feels like this is a Captain America and Nightwing thing.
Is it, though? Because the Joker's a psychopath who always has a plan, too.
No, as in, like, there is no way that Bullseye can outpace or even match the Joker in anything.
Oh, right. Oh yeah,
and if anyone, even between V's, Vandal, even regular, if you guys want to dispute it, I will just put this one little fact for all of our listeners too. There was a time. These are points. Batman never lets any of his people go against the Joker by themselves. Not just because of Jason Todd, just because he knows how crazy he is. So when Batgirl used to be Cassandra Cain didn't speak, but she is almost on par with Lady Shiva as a fighter. She doesn't speak because her father never taught her language because he only taught her the language of fighting. Okay, she basically said, and it's like, fuck you, Batman, and went to the Joker to fight him. She couldn't lay a hit on that dude, and she said, I know how everybody's body language is because I am language. She said she couldn't even understand what he was saying with his body, and he was fucking her up.
And he's definitely not the hand-to-hand combat that she is, but he's just what?
But people sleep on it. He knows how to fight.
But that he's not on the same level though, like just purely like skill-wise.
Dude, if the Joker was in a pair of boxer shorts and nothing but his bare knuckles against a net, he would beat the shit out of another person, dude.
I'm talking about Kate. I'm talking about Kate Kane.
I would put it to you this way. I would put money on the Joker if the Joker had to fight the Bronze Tiger.
Wow. That's no weapons, just hand to hand.
I'm gonna say no weapons, man, because
that's a bold statement.
Please, everybody chime in. He's such a lunatic. He's that cat that is going to try and gouge out your eyes, eat your eyeballs, or do something very crazy to you.
Okay, wait, look. Let's make this battleground a little interesting then. No weapons. Bullseye can. How about Bullseye can have weapons and Joker can't?
But see, the Joker doesn't play like that. The Joker would be like, "Sure, regular
That's
shot,
true.
no
No, you're
weapons,"
right. You're
but
right.
He'd still be like, "I have my flower of acid."
You're right.
There.
You're right.
He does not. His whole intent is chaos.
So let's go. No weapons. No weapons. How's this battle playing out? No weapons.
Well, then, what good is Bullseye? Bullseye is not Karnak. Bullseye just knows how to throw things.
Bullseye's not even Matt Murdock.
He's not even Murdock. Dude, he is a sniper rifle.
He's a shooter.
He's a sniper rifle compared to like people who are like, a blunt instrument. He is.
Right.
He's your long distance dude, man.
He's a shooter, man.
So how would the fight go? Let's talk about it.
I mean, I tell you, the Joker.
What's the distance in the fight? What's the distance in between the fights?
Question.
Oh, hey, yeah. Where's the location? Where's the location of the fight?
Let's say in the middle of a football field, face to face at the 50-yard line.
Bullseye does not get to the 42.
But if Bullseye is at the goal line and Joker's at the goal line, my money might be on Bullseye.
But there's no weapons.
Bullseye's in the luxury box.
There's no weapons.
Why do you say so? Because you think he's going to use something from the goalpost or something like that, right?
Yeah,
right.
I hear him.
Well, here. We can get down and dirty and get really cool about it. Hey, well, if you're going to say that kind of bullshit, look, Bullseye would take a blade of grass and use it as a weapon.
In fact,
he could use his fingernail.
He would pull a Hawkeye and use his fingernail, of course, yes. But then you have to go. You better make sure you get Joker, dude, because the Joker is going to be like coming at you like the Joker would come at Bullseye like the Joker was in Batman Ninja or whatever that
that's a wild movie.
Was. It's crazy. Hey, so
man, only get one or two chances to get them, but those chances. Talking about Bullseye.
My question is, how does Bullseye deal? How does he deal with a stadium filled with?
He can't.
How do you deal with that?
Yeah.
And then
He
you
would
look,
lose his mind, dude.
you know Harley Quinn is waiting somewhere just in case.
Fuck him up, dude.
Just in case.
Harley, like, please, she's my favorite, and she's 100% on the sideline in a leader's outfit.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
100%. She will not involve herself in this fight because he wouldn't let her.
Vandal saying, "Go get him, Puddin'."
Right, get him, Puddin'. Go, Mr. J.
Mr. J.
Go get him, Mr. J. You know.
Like Bullseye gets his first fingernail off. Fires it clean. King.
Hey, look, but then Bullseye called Kingpin. So Kingpin's coming onto the stage to fight the Joker too, because you need somebody with some mass. That's just mass right there.
Well, see, then you're being dirty, regular Scott.
I'm being dirty. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, then let me help you with this fight.
Now Harley's in.
Let me help you with this fight.
Now Harley's in.
According to when Batman sat in the chair and asked the question, "Who is the Joker?" the answer was the Joker is 3 people. So 3 people would be fighting Bullseye and the Kingpin. Great it. Okay?
I'm with it. Hey, look, but the Kingpin has hired a few guns, and you know how money talks. So here comes the Punisher. Because money talks.
Kingpin can't hire them.
Okay, so no, the Kingpin wouldn't hire the Punisher. And if you want to say he hired guns, well, then that's where this is all. We shut it down with this. No one is killing anyone in my city. Batman destroys everybody, and it takes the Joker.
Oh, we're not fighting in Gotham. We are definitely not fighting in Gotham.
Okay.
Yeah, we are absolutely not fighting in Gotham.
Are we in Star City?
Wait, look, we might be in Star City. We are not in Gotham.
Are we at the Star City Stadium?
we might be in Star City, or look, we can even fight in Star Labs.
Are we fighting in Detroit in the first episode of Titans? Where are we at?
But I can tell you where we're not. We are not in Gotham. I'm telling you that now.
Okay, so look, we got blades of grass being thrown at the Joker like bullets, fingernails going off. The Joker is getting hit sometimes. He's moving and blocking stuff, and Bullseye is freaking out. Bullseye is freaking out because he's going, how am I missing this guy? Come on, man. Yeah, dude.
I'm trying to figure out how you deal with laughter.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out.
And
you're a sniper. Snipers are known for the fact that they can control their breath, nothing around them moves.
Right.
But you're dealing with a stadium that's filled with
the whole time.
Deal with that?
The whole time.
And it's that laugh that the Joker was laughing when he was falling from that helicopter in Suicide Squad, the animated movie. Just that
one, I like the Mark Hamill.
Yeah,
he had the best one.
Yeah, that one is great.
Yeah, he had the best one.
Dude, man, yeah.
Hopefully, he comes back for any future Joker animated.
I hope so.
Agreed. He's done with Star Wars.
And let's go ahead and get Kevin. Let's bring Kevin back.
Well, hey, I'm speaking of the Joker. You know, we got that Joker movie coming pretty soon too.
Yeah, what are some predictions about this Joker movie?
Man, Joaquin, he's awesome. He's great.
But I mean, like, what do you think about this movie? Like, what do you think the story could be? Do you think it'll be connected to anything? You think it'll just be its own? Like, what are your thoughts?
Well, they're putting bangers in, man. This is what they're doing. So Marvel did their thing and said, all right, well, we're gonna give the lead role for Venom, since he's highly acclaimed. People ate that shit up, dude. And so DC said, oh, really? Well, we're gonna put Joaquin in this and make it feel like it's an indie film. You know? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna watch it. But you put Joaquin in it, so everybody says, "Oh, you've elevated this DC comic book movie." So that's the whole thing. They're trying to elevate the craft, dude. They did a little bit of that shit with Benedict Cumberbatch.
So they wanted just to get a little prestige to it.
They want to add a little more quote unquote class to it when they for the comics. star power class. Yeah.
Okay.
Either
V.
way, until I hear him laugh. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Until I hear him laugh. That's all I got. Like, it doesn't matter what the story is about. I just need to hear the Joker laugh.
If they're smart, you won't hear it till the movie.
Exactly.
If they're smart with their advertising, but
if they're actually advertising correctly,
right? Because DC's been known to not advertise things correctly, so there's a good chance he'll laugh in the next trailer. V's, what do you V's, what do you think about the Joker movie? Have you seen anything about it? And what do you think about the Joker getting his own movie just in general?
Oh, I think it's about time. I think it's well deserved, but I haven't seen anything about it.
Okay. Is this something that kind of piques your interest, though, since this is kind of the first of you hearing about it then maybe?
Oh, yeah. I definitely think it'll be worth a watch. I probably won't go see movies to watch it, but, maybe watch it once it comes on demand or something.
True that. Well, I mean, if you're going to have a villain come out with his movie, it's either going to be that or it's going to be the emancipation of Harley Quinn and the three friends who wear Maris wigs. So,
you're silly boy. Oh my God, dude. Oh, man.
And look, at the end of the movie, there's going to be like a bat signal, and then like Harley Quinn's going to like be flying with a plane, and she's going to like spray paint, or like drop like some green air or something, so it forms something in the bat signal, and then you're going to see all four of them, and they're going to turn and look back at the camera, and they're going to be like, "You are not the birds of prey. We are the birds of prey."
You're not Green Arrow. We are Green Arrow.
See, and the worst part is, I feel like Felicity could legit say that. I think she's okay with that.
But because she is part of it, dude. Hey, look, man. When you are a non-metahuman, it is a team. When you can run at the speed of light, your wife ain't really that much of a partner. I mean, in the marriage, yes, but in the superhero game, she ain't that much of a partner.
I've been giving her an opportunity these last few episodes. I said I would give her a chance, and I have been. So I'm not going to be hard on her.
Yeah,
I'll let Iris slide.
You know what I can say? You guys have been really hard on DC.
Deservedly so.
Well, man, DC has so, and I hear you, Vandal. Yes, you are correct.
They earned it, though.
I even have to check myself sometimes because I don't want people to be thinking that the MCU is all awesome, because it ain't.
No. But it's not the greatest thing that ever happened to the world.
I give DC a lot of shit only out of straight up love. Because it has so much potential, dude.
So much.
That's all.
Truly always did.
Yeah. It's always done.
So maybe, I guess... Go ahead, Oz.
Dude, look, man, you say what you want, minus Wonder Woman, but the Holy Trinity, dude, they were the reason why... There's a reason why Spider-Man, the Avengers exists. Superman is the icon.
Christopher Reeve legitimately made it happen.
Absolutely. He made people go, oh, let's do some more live action stuff.
Adam West tried. Then he ran around with a bomb for 7 minutes. Or something ridiculous like that.
And was walking up walls,
Yeah.
But dude, we got to. I give DC crap because, man, DC, y'all can do so much better, and I know.
Well, then you know what?
Justice League versus the Avengers.
That's a good point, Jason. You know what? Let's say some good things about DC. Let's
about DC.
Let's talk some good
comics.
Milestone Comics.
Dude,
Milestone Comics was awesome.
It was
short-lived, but it was awesome.
Bando, what are you talking about? Static Shock, Hardwired.
No. I'm talking about the original Static.
Yeah, dude, and then also Blood.
The Blood Syndicate was God, I wish you would have had a question about the Blood Syndicate. They were my ones. But I messed with the Blood Syndicate so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, Icon was big enough that he got to move over to the real Justice League.
Dude, Icon was big enough that they put his ass in Young Justice.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was that. Like Milestone Comics was sick. I'll give DC that 100%. They gave me that. DC gave me his villain in all things comics in the Joker. Every iteration.
Yeah.
Every iteration of him. I don't care. Jared Leto's. You hated Jared Leto's. Jared Leto's Joker said one word to me, and it was swag.
I liked this Joker. I've said I like this Joker. He's good.
He was so swag-tastic, it did not matter to me.
I like his Joker. I hope he's in the Birds of Prey.
He took out Common too, so you have to so.
There's also that. You know, what else has DC done for us?
They've given us
DC
Titans.
Has exposed. They did give us Titans.
You know, they've given us Titans. They've given us Young Justice.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Gave us the first actual legitimate hero with a drug problem. Speedy was on heroin.
Dude, hey, do you remember when there was a couple episodes of Shoes where freaking Green Arrow was speaking of Green Arrow, he was crying to Batman like, "How do I get my ward off drugs?"
Right, like they gave us a legitimate. That was where Marvel went with the Civil War and actual giant social things. They came to the house with it.
Yeah, but
that person's on drugs.
And we'll be correct. Cool. Everybody's going to chime in, I'm sure, and say that Iron Man was an alcoholic, but it was alcohol where you could buy the drink and stuff. It's the social.
Let's not forget about your boy Hank. The
beater. He was a wife beater.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
beat the hell out of Dove for no reason.
But DC had a superhero who was shooting up, you know, and had to quit.
Yeah, that's a touchy thing they touched on. I'm surprised they went after it.
Well, and I've said it, and I'm gonna keep saying it until I love Gods and Monsters. By the way, DC's animated game is untouchable. You know,
it is pretty second to none.
I mean, what does Marvel have to offer? They had to offer Iron Man and Captain America.
I will say
shitty animation.
They gave us a very whimsical Spider-Man Unlimited.
Marvel's got some good Wolverines.
Is rated.
Wolverine versus the Hulk is good.
Yes, true.
X-Men series is good.
Dude.
Yes, the original X-Men series is awesome.
Which one is Spider-Man Unlimited, Vandal?
Spider-Man Unlimited is the one where you'll randomly catch him in his own head. Like, he breaks the fourth wall a lot, but he's in his own head talking to a small cartoon version of his spider sense. And his spider sense is hilarious. Mm-hmm. There was an episode where his spider sense... Oh, spoiler alert. If you even care, this is years old. But there was an episode where his spider sense kept trying to warn him about something, and he was ignoring it. His spider sense legitimately packed a bag and walked out.
That's great.
Hey,
it was awesome.
And I want to tell you guys one other thing too. DC, we were all talking about Milestone Comics, and DC took over Milestone Comics. I encourage all of our listeners, and if you guys have not, man, please go and pick up from your local comic shop Zombie. XOMBI. That is the best comic series around in trade, and it's from DC. It is on some gothic stuff. It is on some superhero stuff. It's very cool. So DC, they give some more props to DC. DC they know their game when they want to do it right.
I think I heard Suave the Thinker say. Did you say iZombie?
iZombie's different. This one is just called Zombie, and it's XOMBI. Go pick it up, man. It's great. Hey, regular Scott, and D, since I'll see you guys, I'll let you. I have a couple copies of it. I'll let you guys borrow it. It's amazing.
Gotcha.
DC's games, they do some good stuff, dude.
They do.
My critique is out of love.
To hate complete.
My critique is out of love.
Well, Jason,
I don't know why y'all having sex with Batwoman. I mean, with Batgirl. So.
Oh, because he used to think that it was all so wrong. Sorry.
And then he, I guess he just got over it. What, he was like waiting for her to turn 18? Is that what was happening? Waiting for her to move out the Batcave?
He's still 17 and a half. He's Robert, man. Like, that's Bruce Kelly.
Hey, look,
dude. What do you do when she's just like going, hey, so I know you're Bruce Wayne, and I want $1 billion, or else I'm going to expose you for being an asshole.
Right.
Well, look, now it's starting to make sense why Jason Todd went. This is what really happened with Jason Todd. This is why he really went crazy.
Shit, man. Look, man. No. Hold on. The Bando and regular Scott, yeah, y'all laughing and making jokes. Jason Todd had a chance to find his mama and said, "Fuck you, Bruce. I ain't being around this pedophile ring, dude. I'm going back to my mama." And Joker's like, "That ain't your real mama." He was willing to risk it. He would rather go for death.
There you go.
Than be in that Batcave craziness, dude.
So look. Okay. Now I'm starting to question this, and now I'm gonna be real upset about this. See, now you got me questioning this. Did Alfred know?
See, dude,
I don't want to be mad at Alfred.
Dude, Alfred is Coach Paterno here. It's okay.
Stop.
Like, he was like, look, Alfred is Coach Paterno.
Stop.
Yes.
He was aware of what was going on in the showers,
but didn't want to be aware.
He wanted to go with the please act like I don't know technique.
So basically, Alfred was Urban Meyer from this year.
Yeah.
So what about Lucius?
My assistant is beating my wife's ass, beating his wife's ass. But I'm gonna just turn a blind eye.
Right.
Hey, what about Lucius and Selena now? Do they know too? Talia, do they know too?
Who else?
Lucius.
You said who else?
Lucius, Talia.
I don't think Lucius and them know.
Okay.
No,
anybody outside of Wayne Manor knows.
Okay.
Dude, nobody knows. That's the problem. It's Wayne Manor. You are driving 10 miles before you hit the city of Gotham.
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, so
is legit 4 miles long.
Is this why Azrael went crazy? Because Batman tried to do it to him as an adult.
Man, Israel was like, I was waiting for your ass to have your back broken, dude, so I could take over.
So really, Bane's a hero.
His life.
Bane was a hero. He was trying to save the kids.
No,
Bane was on drugs.
No,
It had nothing to do with the kids.
Yeah, Bane was juiced up on that
Right.
Venom, dude.
But in reality, the Joker put Jason Todd out of his misery.
Oh yeah, he knew.
This is awful,
dude. It is awful, dude. It is terrible because, man, hush. Literally, the storyline was hush. Like, hey, y'all better hush about this.
So I'm guessing Lark is in there too. Lark is going through it now.
See now I'm really pissed because he had to involve the black man, brother man, and all that crazy shit, dude. No.
It's not like the worst part is if it wasn't for the fact that I just realized this and it was Titan's fault. I do want that on the record. It was fault that I realized it. It was listening to Dick talk to Jason, where I was just like, "Oh, dude's a pedophile." I know he's not a pedophile, but he's definitely a predator.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's touching him any kind of way. Let me be clear. But he is psychologically destroying these people.
So I wonder if it was a coincidence they did that Hawk episode right after and before they did a big Bruce Wayne episode.
Well,
are they trying to tell us something?
I'm that far.
on some tip, dude, because we're doing this out of love for DC and for Batman, but on some real shit though, this is on some very real stuff. He does kind of fuck up his wards, dude, because they don't have the same brain capacity as this guy, and he's training them just as hard as he trains himself. He's fucking them up, man.
See, each one of them has a different part of
him. Each one has a different part of him. Like each one of them is a whole of him.
Dick Grayson showed up, lost parents, off top. Just bowed. You just showed up like that? Cool. I can help you.
Yeah, I'm going to heal the child in you.
Jason Todd showed up crafty. Tim Drake showed up brilliant in mind.
Yes. And also Dick is brilliant in his body. Dick is like the super gymnast.
Super agile.
Yes.
Super agile.
Yeah.
So it's awful, man. I didn't expect to be decimating Bruce like this.
This is what happens.
I also feel like I should share that Bruce is probably my favorite. No, the Joker is legitimately my favorite comic book character. But the fact that he's his alter ego, like he's his antithesis, rather.
Yeah.
Well, look, it's a good thing you like the good guy. You like the good guy.
No, I like the crazy guy.
Well, compared to surviving Bruce, he's the good guy.
Dude,
Harley, if that's true. Ask Harley if that's true. Because he was gorilla pimping harder than I've ever heard in my life.
That's true.
That bitch better have every ounce of his money. It better be on the dresser. You better not ask me no questions, and no, you can't have no eggs.
Just for him to burn it. He don't even want to spend it, just to burn it.
Just to burn it.
She can't have no eggs.
All right. But look, that was a real good open mic. But man, I gotta end. I gotta end the intervention there. I gotta end the intervention there. It's because we could go on for hours, legit hours.
Hey, I want to say one thing before we do have to close it. Y'all better be watching Young Justice because it's hot.
Why don't you just save that for your final blow? You know that's your final blow for 2019. So why you ain't just save that?
Fine.
All right, here we go.
You're right.
All right, here we go. Time for the final blow. V's, I'm gonna start with you. What you got for the final blow?
All right, here's my final blow. I'm gonna check out Titans. I downloaded the app tonight.
Yeah,
we'll check it out. And next week I will give you guys a full recap.
Love it
on what I think. Whether it's good, bad, you're going to get a very unbiased opinion from me. Whereas you get little biased opinions from Oz.
It's true.
They're very hype on the show. So, unbiased eyes are going to watch it, and I'll give you my recap.
If you're here.
Hey, I will, barring anything crazy happening, I will be here.
Love it.
I've
Love
missed
it.
my limit of shows. I think I've missed 3 shows. So
I missed my limit. All right.
Love
No, that's
it.
cool. We'll look forward to that. We'll definitely look forward to that. Oz.
We love it when you're on.
Hold on. One more thing. One more thing. I do have kids, guys. I got 2 girls that command a lot of attention. So.
I know, man. I got a rugrat too, dude. So I know you know that life. And I know, babe. But just to say this to you, we always appreciate having you on the show, man. It's good.
No doubt.
Hey, real talk. We love it from the listener when you're on there too.
See, there you go. There you go.
Oh wow!
Why I feel like Vandal Savage coming at me though?
We love it when you're on there though.
That's awesome, dude.
Actually, Vandal, let's go to you next for the final blow. And before you go, I appreciate you being on, man. It's awesome to have you on. We've enjoyed all the conversations. You brought a lot of information, a lot of good information, man, a lot of history. It was great having you on, man. What's your final blow?
Well, gentlemen, I truly do appreciate it. Hold on, let me get back to character real quick. This Macho Man, the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion of the world. Oh, yeah. Look, brothers, I appreciate all that you do. Keep bringing the knowledge. Your comic book now is one of the most amazing things I've ever listened to. Regular Scott, just because I disagree with your opinions in general, does not mean that you are not an outstanding host.
Can we have Vandal Savage on once a month just to bail me out?
Dude, hey man,
Oh snap!
Bees, we gotta have
right,
this cat on.
Yeah,
You
hey,
be right, B.
I need it.
right.
I need it.
You are absolutely correct. Good, solid most of the time. I was a little shaky on your X-Men picks, though. A little shaky. Other than that.
Okay. But guess what? Vandal. The poll says
Yes,
you
oh,
watch
no, I know
the
what the
poll.
poll said. I was here for that, too. You know? You really want to find out what the actual answer is? Next time you have me on, redraft.
Let's retry. That would be awesome. Let's retry.
Oh snap!
Let's do that. But
Wow.
it's a pleasure. Truly, truly, truly.
Nah, no doubt. Oz, what you
Nah.
got for your final blow?
Well, hey, it's 2019. Pardon me, everybody. Still enjoying this show. It's awesome. Man, Vandal, this is the wealth of knowledge you have, and knowing that you're a loyal listener, that means to us, man. That's awesome. And I'm going to say this to you, and you know what my final blow is going to be. Y'all need to be watching Young Justice. And I'm telling you like this. The next 3 episodes are coming, and from what they said, are going to be available in 11 hours, which is going to be like, what, 8, 9 in the morning tomorrow? I'm borrowing your time. Hey, I'm saying, I'm not trying to do any spoiler alerts, but man, there is one certain black superhero on that who is going through hell. So I'm just saying.
Condoleezza Rice?
Oh, dude.
Batwing.
Hey, he's close to it. And let me tell you, if you want to see, we've been talking a little bit of shit on Batman, but you want to see what a gangster does, you watch Young Justice and see what Batman does. He is gangster, dude. That was just straight up thug. So, anyway, that's my final blow. And also, one more thing. These, in honor of you knocking out the Titans, I'm going to knock out season 1 of Gotham by the time we have our next show.
Wow.
No, I'm going to tell you, season 1, season 2, you know, you got to give it a chance, because once you get to season 3, you're going to be hooked. I guarantee you.
Hey, man,
you have to give it, if you can't deal with the young Bruce Wayne, you gotta. That character really develops over time. Really develops over time.
I look forward to it.
The truth, us.
No, I look forward to it. And if Vandal got tortured in Arrow, I can at least try and hang out for 2 seasons of Gotham.
All right.
You really actually should.
Word. My final blow is this has been a great show. Just an awesome show, a lot of knowledge, a lot of wealth. I'm sure there's a lot of listeners who've been wanting to do the same thing Jason just did. So I'm sure you took out a lot of aggression for a few of the listeners. I know V's has enjoyed the show. So, and Oz has been waiting on it since last week.
I'm smiling from ear to ear. All night I was smiling.
I do.
I was like, Vandal Savage, get him.
We figured after last week we should bring something to keep you happy. So we figured this would make you happy today. But no, it's been a great show. You guys make sure you keep listening to us. We got some big things coming next week. We are going to have another giveaway, and spoiler alert, it's a drawstring bag.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
we got some new stuff to give away. Jason, I will allow you to win that drawstring bag, even though you just had an intervention on me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Well, thank you again for being on. We appreciate it. We appreciate you listening to the show, and it means a lot that you spent your 2 hours just chopping it up with us.
No, for sure. Gentlemen, keep it up. Like, you guys are thoroughly entertaining.
Thank you. Thank you. V's, tell everyone we'll talk to them next time.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
All right. Oz, tell everyone we'll talk to them next time.
Hey, y'all. As usual, peace and chicken grease.
And y'all have a good time, because we're going to have a good time until we talk to y'all next time. Peace.